People move around the city every day. They go to work, school, and shops. City transport helps people get to places quickly. In Britain, people say transport. In the USA, they say transportation. Today, we will talk about the main types of transport in modern cities. In this video, we use easy English at the A1 level. If you want, you can turn on subtitles in your language in the YouTube settings. So our first type of transport is the bus. It is a big car that can carry many people at once. Each bus has a number that shows where it is going. If you need to go somewhere, you go to a bus stop. At each stop, there is usually a sign that tells you which buses stop there, and often there is also a schedule showing the times the buses will arrive. When the bus arrives, you get on and pay for the ride. In many cities, buses are the main type of transport. London is famous for its red buses. These buses are big and bright red. It's easy to see them on the streets. In some cities, buses have their own lanes on the roads called bus lanes. This means they can go fast past traffic jams. This makes the bus faster and easier to use. Now, our next type of transport is the tram. A tram is like a train, but it goes on rails on the streets. To use a tram, you need to find a tram stop and wait there. Trams, like buses, have numbers, so you need to look carefully to make sure you get on the right one. Trams are very eco-friendly because they can carry many people and run on electricity, not polluting the air. San Francisco in the USA is famous for its trams. They have old-style trams that go up and down the city's hills. These trams are very colorful and fun. People like to ride them to see the city. In some cities, you can find tram restaurants. These are trams where you can eat delicious food and see the city. Melbourne in Australia has famous tram restaurants. It's a unique way to enjoy a meal and tour the city at the same time. Next, let's talk about the metro. The metro is a train that runs underground. It is very fast and helps people get to different parts of the city quickly. Metros are known by different names around the world, such as subway, underground, or tube. To use the metro, you need to find a place in the city where you can go down to it. This place is usually marked with a large metro logo. The metro in Moscow, Russia, is very famous. It started a long time ago and has many beautiful stations. Some stations look like art museums with paintings and sculptures. In some cities, the metro can be complex. For example, in Tokyo, Japan, the metro map looks like a big web of many lines and colors. There are so many lines because the city is very big and people need to go to many places. But don't worry, there are maps and signs to help you find your way. Next, let's talk about ferries. A ferry is a big boat that carries people and sometimes cars across water. Ferries are useful in cities with rivers or lakes. They are not fast like metros or buses, but the trip is beautiful and calm. One famous city for its ferries is Istanbul, Turkey. Ferries in Istanbul take people across the Bosphorus Strait. This is a beautiful journey with views of the city and the sea. People use ferries in Istanbul not just to travel, but also to see the city from the water. Now let's talk about the unified public transport system. In many big cities, you can use one ticket for many types of transport like buses, trams, metros, and sometimes even ferries. This makes traveling around the city easier because you don't need to buy a different ticket each time you switch from one type of transport to another. For example, in London, there's a system called the Oyster Card. With this card, people can travel on buses, trams, the metro, and even river buses. This way, you can explore the city without worrying about buying lots of different tickets. This system is great for both people who live in the city and tourists. Next, let's talk about taxis. This is also an important part of city transport. Taxis are cars that you can hire to take you exactly where you need to go. They are a good choice if you are in a hurry or if you want to travel directly to your destination without stops. Taxis can be more expensive than other types of city transport, but they offer privacy and convenience. If you have a lot of bags or if it's late at night, taking a taxi can be the best choice. In New York City, USA, taxis are very famous. They are bright yellow, making them easy to see on the streets. Many people use taxis in New York because the city is very big, and sometimes you need to go to places where the subway or bus does not go. Lastly, let's talk about bikes and electric scooters. These are great for short trips around the city. You can rent them for a short time and then leave them for others. This way of traveling is not only fun, but also good for the environment. Many cities now have special lanes just for bikes and scooters, making it safer and easier to move around. In Amsterdam, the Netherlands, bikes are a very popular way to travel. The city is known for being bike-friendly, with more bikes than cars on the streets. So that's all for today. Thank you for joining me in this listening practice lesson. Subscribe to the channel to work on English together. In our videos, we use different speakers for voiceovers. This will help you understand different people more easily. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and take care of yourself.